It's your boy, Big E.
It's your girl, White Jones.
And we are the Critical Crew.
And today's special guest happened to be Harry Bell.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, Mr. Bell? How's everything?
I'm cool. I'm cool. It's a pleasure to be here.
You know, when you start doing business, it goes to Mr. Bell. You know, what probably was Harry 3-4 years ago. Now it's Mr. Bell.
I dig.
Hey, so if the people that don't know who you are, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm Harry Bell, the creator of the Empowerment Children Coloring Book, Color a Positive Thought. I'm from Bridgeport, Connecticut. I'm a resource officer for the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Wow.
I'm a huge advocate for children throughout the cities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm also a father.
Oh. So you being a father is what made you come up with the coloring book concept?
Well, with me being a father actually brought it to life.
Mm-hmm.
But what came up with the coloring book, I always used to sketch and write, and because that right there helped me escape some of the madness I was seeing as a kid.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how part of Color Positive Thought came to life.
Now, exactly, tell us about, how it came about, how you put it together, and exactly where it is for parents who would like to find the actual coloring book, because I've actually looked through it myself, and it's breathtaking, as much as you have information in there, something different. I've never seen it before. So, exactly where can they find it, for one? And then two, how was it with the process of creating it?
Well, you can find it on Amazon, or you can go to the Color Positive Thought website.
Uh-huh.
And the creative part of it, it was a journey. It was a journey. Like I said, I created this book almost 15 years ago. But when you're dealing with such a unique product, it has to be the right time to put it out.
You're absolutely correct.
You just can't put anything out, especially when it's catered towards kids, because
Mm-hmm.
kids can see right through you.
Exactly.
So Color Positive Thought. I'm Color Positive Thought. I walk a Color Positive Thought every day of my life. So when the kids see me, they know it's real.
Exactly. And that's a deep message, because you want to
Yes.
walk what you're actually putting out there. You don't want to be on the fence about it. And that's the good thing about you. Now, do you have this coloring book inside of schools right now?
Yes. Right now I'm working on a lot of deals, a lot of talk in the air right now. But
Uh-huh.
I'm actually currently in certain schools in Bridgeport, Connecticut, from grades 1st through 4th.
Wow.
And I'm actually in a few early child educational programs. But I'm working on right now supplying the whole district.
That's deep. Now, what is your actual vision for it? Because I know you're not just going to stop at 2nd, 3rd grade, early childhood. Like, what is your main, your biggest plan for this actual book? Do you plan on creating other books, or?
Yes, Color Positive Thought is, I would love to grow into a series.
Oh, okay.
Again, it was created off of one book that I created for my son, who was diagnosed with diabetes, type 1,
Wow.
juvenile diabetes. And we was in a hospital for about a week and a half.
Uh-huh.
And I know my son, he loved the color. So I wanted to look for a coloring book that's have something to do with fun, educational, and empowerment, so he could turn his negative situation into a positive.
Wow.
I looked high and low. I couldn't find nothing. I looked online. I went to multiple stores, and I couldn't find nothing. And that's when a spark went off in my head. Go back to your sketches for 15 years.
Wow.
And I went back to my sketches for 15, or that I had locked in the closet for over 15 years, and put Color Positive Thought together and gave it to my son. And that was like one of the best gifts, I believe, he was
Wow.
given, because he couldn't put the book down and bring it to school. And I got one phone call, and Color Positive Thought has changed my life from that day.
Wow.
Oh, that's what's up. So you say you're a big advocate for kids, So how do you feel that the school systems in Bridgeport cater to our kids?
Well, that's kind of hard, because as of me being inside the school system,
Mm-hmm.
I look at teachers in a whole different way now.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was younger and wasn't in the school system, I'd be like, teachers, they not doing enough.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I tip my hat to the teachers. But what's hurting us is the will for kids to learn. A lot of kids, teachers be willing to help them, but they don't want the help.
Mm-hmm.
It's not amusing to them. So that's why I wanted to come up with something fun as a kid that they could relate to,
Because
and that
it's
would
catching them early at an early age, and
exactly,
bringing them in.
exactly. So, the question back to you, big man, is that I just I feel that it's like it's a three-way. The kids gotta want to do it, the teachers gotta want to do it, and most important, they gotta be taught at home first.
You're absolutely correct
Okay.
about that. That's something
Yeah,
that Big E and I believe in. Being taught at home, it's a foundational start. You know what I mean? You can't push somebody out there and that hasn't got the foundation, and versus someone that got the foundation, they may take school way more serious than the average person that haven't, received that type of foundation in their home. So, with doing the coloring book, have you done events? Like, what do you do to expose yourself?
Well, I actually go around. I do workshops. I just did a 12 school workshop a few months ago, where I went around to 12 schools and I explained each page in the book, because the book is actually school based, but it's key to life lessons that they could take with them through their adulthood. And with the workshops, I explain each page and I give example how these could be useful into their growing process.
Exactly. Now, with the series, is it something that I feel like you need to take off right now at this instance, or you're really right now keying in on the first part of the series, which is Color of Positive Thought?
Well, I'm still running with Color of Positive Thought 1, but as I'm running with Color of Positive Thought 2, I just finished Color of Positive Thought. I'm sorry, as I've run with Color of Positive Thought 1, I just finished Color of Positive Thought 2,
Wow.
but I'm not gonna put that out just moment.
Yet.
Yeah, because Color of Positive Thought 1 is still making headlines, and I'm getting calls from everywhere.
Exactly. Now, do you have a back end for this, or this came out of your pocket?
No, I actually, like I said, I work 2 jobs other than doing Color Positive Thought. I'm a resource officer for the city of Bridgeport, and at night I'm an armed sergeant for the University of Bridgeport.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so all the money that was put into Color Positive Thought was from me working hard.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about.
And my lady, she helped me out too. Yeah,
gotta give it to the
congrats
queen.
out to the lady.
You better give it to the queen, or you couldn't even go home tonight, brother. So at the end of the day, give it to the queen now.
Now, with you working for the city, do you see anything that you can possibly do to contribute? You know that we have voting coming up. With you doing the coloring books, do you happen to talk about, those things in the community? Because that's something that needs to be touched on. A lot of, our people don't really understand how much it'll actually affect, those that are in the lane. And you're in the lane because you work in the city. So, how is it that you bring those issues to light? Do you,
Yeah. When it comes to my political views, if that's what you're
yes, I am
going
political
towards,
views. Yes.
I'm actually for whoever's gonna do something better for our kids.
You're absolutely correct.
And I've been getting contact from a lot of politicians to just stand by them. But one thing about politicians, and I don't have nothing against the political world, is that they tell you one thing when they running, and when they get put in that chair, they got you knocking at the door for hours. So I'm kind of hesitant of the political part. But when it comes to anything political, when it got something to do with uplifting our kids, you can call me right up. I don't care what you're representing.
Exactly.
I'm there because it's something that's needed.
You're passionate about.
Exactly.
Now, were you always Positive Thought?
Well, I wasn't always I always was positive. I always was positive, but when I was younger, never did nothing too serious to get in trouble. I always escaped the madness of my neighborhood and the madness of me growing up because I always was spiritual, and I always felt that my need and my purpose was bigger than where I was at. So something always guided me when I was about to do something wrong.
Crazy.
It took me out that light.
You listen.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me out that light. But again, I wasn't so much positive as what I am today. But like I said, everything's a work in process, and I was a work in process. And that's when I mentioned it was a certain time to bring this out.
Absolutely
that
correct.
time, it wasn't time to bring that out. And now was the perfect time to bring it out because once God clean you up, He'll open up doors.
That's absolutely
Hey,
correct. Now,
there is no
have you-
testimony
is
without a
none,
test.
None,
Yes.
none. Now, do you still draw?
I sketch. I sketch. I actually have a team behind me.
Oh,
See,
wow.
what
Oh, you
happened
have a
was,
team.
yeah.
Okay.
I actually have a team behind me. I have a business partner by the name of Hero Gaines, and I have 2 illustrators that's very great who take by Solomon Stanley and Ed Hernandez, who take my sketches and bring
Wow.
them to light. Solomon is like the rough guy that take the sketches and do the handwork.
Exactly.
And then after I bring it to Solomon, I bring it to Ed Hernandez, who's a computer guy.
Wow. Teamwork make the dream work, baby.
All
Exactly.
day, all day.
So so you do have a production team that you work with where is it your thoughts and then you have them,
Yeah, everything is me. I'm everything is
Okay.
me. It comes from me first, and then I actually give it to them, and we work off of what I bring to the table. And I do have a backer that's looking into me by the name is my mentor for almost 22 years.
Wow.
His name is Howard Owens. He's a big time producer in Hollywood.
Okay.
He just stepped down from president of National Geographic. Him, Ben Silverman, and Will I Am just
I'm familiar with Will.i.am.
just came up and got the role of their production company to produce the Apple series reality show.
Wow. That's
So-
dope. That's
So
dope.
these coloring books, are they actually in schools in Bridgeport?
Yes, schools
Yeah,
in
they're
Bridgeport
there.
and some down south because I be getting calls for schools down south that I had to ship a few out.
Okay, are you trying to get any of these books in like schools in New Haven?
Yeah, I'm trying to take this book national.
I
Definitely.
hear that.
We're
I hear
definitely
I'm trying to
that.
take this
listen
book
up,
national.
Listen up now.
Mhm.
We
It-
need this distributed out here in the
yeah,
New Haven public school
It's
system.
it's definitely a nice book. I was looking through the pages, and I'm gonna definitely give one to my youngest daughter. And it's definitely positive. It's positive messages in here. I like that. So you got a lot of positive messages in this book. Do you ever are you utilizing like the positive messages and early to get? I'm gonna piggyback off what Y Jones said with like voting. Like some of our kids don't understand the power of their voice, or even some young adults don't understand the power that comes with voting. A lot of parents don't understand the power of parents when it comes down to school systems. They don't understand that parents, especially mothers, y'all have so much strength in numbers.
You're absolutely
I ain't even
correct.
talk. The numbers don't even have to be great, but if you got 5 strong mothers
That's right.
going down there to their kids' school advocating for change, it can happen.
It can.
So with your coloring book, like I'm looking through the pages and it is all positive messages, on bullying, on
sure is.
proper hygiene. You got a lot of things in this book with like saving money. So how did you come up with this concept of your coloring book?
Basically, the concept of the coloring books, again, the quotes come from what I had to escape and how I escaped growing up in my neighborhood. And the young man who's being portrayed is my son in a cartoon version.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically, the phrases in there were some of the things I had to deal with to get where I'm at today.
Exactly.
And what I'm trying to do now is build character for our kids,
Okay.
basically.
Because some of the things in here, like you said, the things you do will come back to you. That's a deep message. As a kid, you may not understand it, but like you said, there's something that you can go back to and relate as you grow older.
Exactly.
And to me, there's no coloring book doing that. When I did come across your name, I was so shocked. I had told Big E, I cannot believe, because you don't look like somebody that would do this. And this is why I don't judge a book by their cover. And when I started to look into you further, the walk that you live and you care about someone from yay high growing up. Like, a lot of people try to get them when they're 13, 16, because they feel like they're going into adult years. But you was like, forget that. I'm going to start early. And to me, for you to do that, did you start it with when you had a kid, or was it before you had a kid that you did this?
No, I think my son is now 11,
Mm-hmm.
and first it started with me having to clean myself up.
Exactly.
So I think when my son was about 3 or 4,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I started looking at life different. That's when I
Okay.
started looking at life in a more positive way, because my son is gonna grow up in this world,
Exactly.
and if I can help my son along with helping others, that's one of the
It
best
says
feelings
something
in the
about you.
world.
Exactly. Now, with this being in a lot of schools, how does your son feel about you using something that could have hindered him? Finding that he had diabetes, type 1, that's devastating. So to know you used something for the positive, for him, how did he deal with it? Because it's not, something that could be looked upon as,
Yeah,
this is
it's
about me.
it's funny because my son, he at the stage is like he like wishy-washy sometimes. So he like, so I bring my son to all of my events. I'm sorry he couldn't make it today. Samaj, daddy, love you. But he couldn't make it today. But I bring him to each and every last one of my events. And
Wow.
sometime before I bring him to my events, he'd be like, Daddy, don't mention me. Please don't mention. Don't put me on blast. And then about 5 minutes into the show or anything like that, he'd come to my ear and say, Daddy, mention me now. And another thing, it's a negative side sometimes, but I try to tell him to look for the positive and the negative, because he said, Dad, now that he could be in school and the teachers put a lot of pressure on him, because I'm always on television. I'm always on in locals in my city.
Locals, exactly,
Yeah, I'm
in your
always on
city.
television doing something for kids or just speaking positive, because now this book has opened up many doors now. When something
Definitely.
go wrong in my city, dealing with a kid or just the neighborhood, and I get a call from probably the Blumenthal, or I get a call from
Exactly.
News 12. Can I please
Wow.
make a statement? So my son say he can't do nothing, because all the teachers say to him,
Exactly.
how you gonna do this and your dad out
Well,
here
yeah,
doing
doing
this?
this.
So it could be a little pressure for him. But like I said, I don't try to be too strict on my son, because if you be too strict, you'll push him away.
You're
And he's a
absolutely
young African American
Definitely.
man. So I gotta keep him close, but I gotta give him some leeway.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Gotta have
Now,
that balance.
Exactly. Are you heavily involved in his school?
Oh yes.
are? Okay.
I on all my free time, if it's not me, it's his mother, my fiance over there, Keisha. I love you, girl. And,
Plugins.
You getting major brownie points right now. Hell no.
If it's not her, it's me. But we are very active in his school activities.
Now, how do you feel about parents that's not so active? Because we, Big E works in the school system, so he sees it, you know what I mean, on a constant day basis. And it's something that can be a strain to watch, especially when you love your kids so much. How could you not make time? So how do you feel knowing that you get these calls? Like, can I make a statement? Can you, vouch for this? Or can you speak on your book? You're a parent.
Yes.
And you still make time. So what would you give, or what would you say to a parent that doesn't do it as much? What would you say to them to make them want to be involved as much as you are?
I would tell them, if you want a life for your kid, you have to lead by example.
That's right.
You have to lead by example, because people don't understand. Nowadays, kids would not believe it if they don't see it. When I was young,
Definitely.
when I was a little younger, I'm 31 now. When I was younger, my grandma was a praying lady. So when we didn't have, she had prayed. So that right there was what got my mind ready, got my mind as a kid to believe in things without seeing them. But nowadays, you have to see it to believe it. So I encourage parents and I encourage adults, I encourage everyone to be that example, that positive example, because it need to be seen so our kids could believe it.
Exactly.
So I say, do it and believe in it, so our kids can have something to look forward to.
Wow. So what's the website that these parents can come and purchase? Because I definitely am going to push this and put this on a website, which is criticalcrewradio.com. So we're definitely going to put this up there. But where can they go? Where can they go to actually, is it a downloadable document, or is it something that's printed out? Is it something that's sent? Is it hard copy, soft copy?
Well, you can go to my website, colorpositivethought.com, and it's a link to Amazon where you can actually purchase it.
Great.
Or you can contact me through Twitter at colorpositiveth, on Instagram, colorpositivethought_29, on Facebook, colorpositivethought, and just direct messaging me, and I'm always getting back. I'm
Okay.
always looking for feedback or just responding to people that have a question for me, because I notice I've been getting emailed a lot of questions about things, and I'm very hands-on. I'm active when it comes to this, because I'm trying to take Color Positive Thought into a brand,
Exactly.
like Sesame Street. Anything fun, educational, and empowerment, I want Color Positive Thought stamp on that.
That's right.
And that's where I'm aiming towards right there.
Now, when school starts back up, do you do giveaways?
Yeah. I
You
do.
do?
I do a lot of giveaways. I do.
Okay.
I do a lot of giveaways. I actually, I started off giving books out.
Wow.
You know, because I truly believe in this, and
And
it was like I said, I'm very spiritual. So God already showed me my success.
That's right.
So I don't have my problem is not making it to the top and not succeeding, because God already put it into
Already
my
told you.
into me. The only problem I get weary at is how would I handle it, and that's why I work on that now.
Okay.
On handling success,
Handling
because wanting it and getting it is two different things.
I hear
You're
that. I
absolutely
hear that.
correct. You're absolutely correct.
So, are you having any trouble? Because our people, our people. You use the word color of positive thoughts. Have you get any? Like, I want to say, with your book being so positive,
Mhm.
is it accepted by everybody?
Um,
Because we love negative.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can
They
put a
feel-
you
they're
you
right.
can you
They
can put a
feed off of
positive
it.
you can put a positive quote up
Yeah.
on your social media. It'll get about
Yeah.
17 hits.
Mhm.
But as soon as you say I'm gonna slap that bee in the
Yeah.
face,
Yeah.
you get 30,000 hits. So how was your book being receptive by parents?
Well, to tell you the truth, for me to be here, that should tell you a lot. And I'm from Bridgeport.
Okay.
So the book is getting accepted very well because, again, I started on the foot of my bed in the projects,
Okay.
and now I'm in schools all over my city.
That's what I'm
And sometimes I could get flack, but how can you get flack when you got kids crying to get this book? When you got kids coming up to me
Wow.
in the store, saying I was getting bullied. I didn't know how to tell my mother till I looked at your book.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So sometimes people could throw flack because people don't like to see other people, especially that look like them, doing something positive and succeeding.
That's right.
But it's hard to throw shade at someone and your daughter saying, "Can I get that book?" Or your son saying, "Ma, I got that book."
Yeah.
That's a good spin-off.
Mhm.
Now, do you do any events that you hold yearly? Because I know that you do a lot of events. Is there one event that you do and it's a constant, because if parents wanted to come out and bring their kids, a lot of parents look for events to bring their kids to.
Actually, I'm glad that you brought that to attention, because I'm actually putting together my first annual event that's
Wow.
gonna take place this summer. It's gonna have a lot of activities. And it's gonna be everything catered towards kids. It's gonna be skits from a couple pages of the book and just other activities. I don't want to spill all
Do
the
you
beans.
have a date yet?
Right, I'm working on a date right now.
As soon as you have the date, let Critical Crew know, because we would
Yes.
love to come and cover it.
Definitely.
Yes. Mm-hmm. No, definitely. I would love to have Critical Crew there. You guys are amazing.
Definitely.
We're trying. We're trying.
Now, is there anything that you would like to say that for the viewers to hear? Is there a message or anything that you would like to say to the kids or to people that's just been supporting you?
Well, I just want to say thank you for all the support that you guys give in Color Positive Thought, because without you, I wouldn't be here today. And I get asked often because they see me with a lot of politicians and political people and stuff like that. And I just like to make clear that I'm not here because of the politicians. The politicians did not knock at my door when I started this book. The only person that actually gave me a chance before I got on the they seen me on television was Sono Library in Norwalk. They seen what I had before anyone else seen it. And it wasn't the politician. You may see me with them, but during the election time when things are brewing up, people want to let people know that they're around. But how I got where I'm at, it was the people and people in general and the kids.
I hear that.
So that's what I'm gonna keep doing it for. The
That's
people
right.
and the kids.
I hear
And
that.
a young mind is the best mind.
You're absolutely correct.
Only thing I'm gonna say with that right there, I'm your boy Big E,
And it's your girl White Jones.
and this is the Critical Crew, and we out.